Warning: the SCP Foundation database is classified. Access by unauthorized personnel is strictly prohibited. Perpetrators will be tracked, located, and detained.
Item Number: SCP-2203. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures: SCP-2203 is to be kept in a standard locker and powered down between tests. Use of SCP-2203 is restricted solely for testing, and not for any other purpose. Any information gathered from SCP-2203 must be logged in the Experiment Journal and is not to be acted upon without principal researcher's consent. All requests for hiring decisions, vacation time, or transfers to different facilities strictly on SCP-2203's advice will be denied. Researchers are expected to review the Personnel Guide for Foundation policies regarding ethical behavior in relationships between employees before testing. Testing of the cards created by SCP-2203 using SCP-2236 has been approved, following review by Site Command. Description: SCP-2203 is a standard love tester amusement. The amusement is 1.9 meters tall and is constructed from American chestnut, Castanea dentata, wood, brass, and glass, with a brass hand grip on the front and topped with a tall light box. Next to the grip on SCP-2203 is a brass plate with the following engraved on it: Find the one for you. Test your love, and find that one special someone you are destined to spend the rest of your life with. Your sweetheart is waiting. On the back of the machine is a small plaque listing the Great Amusementology Company as the manufacturer. Similar to other love testers, when activated, the light box cycles through each light while a beeping melody is played. Based on the measured skin conductivity of the subject holding the hand grip, the light box indicates a supposed score of the subject's romantic appeal. The possible results are: please try again, clammy, harmless, mild, naughty but nice, wild, burning, passionate, hot stuff, and uncontrollable. Unlike other love testers, SCP-2203 also dispenses a calling card displaying the name and address of a person, along with a few words of advice about approaching said person. In all cases, the person mentioned has been proven to exist. Examination of the internal workings of SCP-2203 has been unable to ascertain the information source of the names and addresses, nor has any method of choosing a name been found. Subjects who approach the person named on the card report finding an easy bond between the two can be created, as if the subject implicitly understood the person. Subsequent interviews with the person approached also indicate a reciprocation of positive emotional connections with the subject. Sexual, romantic, and otherwise intimate relationships between the subject and the person have been determined by interview to be long-lasting, with marriage and full expectation of a happy life being common results. Both subject and person express lower cortisol levels and higher oxytocin and vasopressin levels in the event of a continuation of the bond. Testing has shown that the bond is non-anomalous in nature and can be disrupted. Tactics on the initial approach that suggest a lack of safety on the part of the person approached can dissuade the person from further interaction with the subject as normal. Subsequent assaults or acts of betrayal once the bond has been established can dissolve the bond. The anomalous nature of SCP-2203 involves its ability to choose someone who reacts positively to the subject's personality and does not impart any extra ability to strengthen the bond. Recovery Log. SCP-2203 was recovered on February 14, 1973, from
Redacted.
in San Francisco, California. Police were called to break up and arrest two individuals who were fighting in front of the object, which was in the corner of a room with similar amusements. A Foundation agent embedded in the police force investigated the claim from the altercators that one man's girlfriend was supposed to be the other's true mate, according to the object. The agent operated SCP-2203 and was given a card with the name and current address of a former girlfriend in St. Louis, Missouri. He reported the event to the Foundation and requested vacation time. Addendum 2203-A. Experiment Log. Initial D-Class safety testing revealed no anomalous risks from SCP-2203. See Safety Log 2203-1. Principal Researcher Dr. Andrew Califano recommends testing with well-socialized subjects of up to Level 3 clearance. Permission granted. Experiment 2203-A-1. Date: February 17, 1973. Subject: Dr. Andrew Califano. Notes: Dr. Califano is married to Sylvia Califano, with two young children, Michael and Jocelyn. He reports a happy home. Score: mild. The dispensed calling card read: Sylvia Califano.
Redacted.
Monte Vista.
Redacted.
But you already know that. Result: Sylvia Califano asked to come in for testing. Experiment 2203-A-2. Date: February 18, 1973. Subject: Sylvia Califano. Notes: wife of Dr. Andrew Califano. Score: naughty but nice. The card read: Andrew Califano.
Redacted.
Monte Vista.
Redacted.
You two are so lovely together. Result: testing confirms that perfect reciprocal matches are possible. Experiment 2203-A-14. Date: August 9, 1984. Subject: Agent Ron Towson. Notes: Subject is single and unattached. Score: uncontrollable. The card read: Olivia Scarborough.
Redacted.
Leads. Patience, friend. Result: Agent Towson reported AWOL and disappeared on December 15, 1984. Subject was not located and not properly amnesticized before termination of employment. Tracking down of Agent Towson considered high priority, as he is well trained in Foundation tactics and infiltration. On December 25, 1984, a domestic disturbance and an intruder at the home of Miss Scarborough was reported to the West Yorkshire Police, and arrests were made. Due to political conditions between the UK and the Foundation at the time, the names of the arrested were never released. Containment procedures updated to forbid the use of SCP-2203 in hiring decisions, transfer requests, and vacation planning. Experiment 2203A, 26. Date: October 24, 1986. Subject: Researcher Kathy Milner. Notes: Subject is single and unattached. Score: Wild. The card read: Oscar Hamilton.
Redacted.
Denver. He'd be a perfect gentleman. Result: Mr. Hamilton has been selected as a match 3 times to different subjects. All 3 subjects were female, heterosexual, between 25 and 30 years of age, of similar height and build, scored high on openness and introversion personality characteristics, and had a score parameter of wild. Mr. Hamilton was not associated with the Foundation. O5 approval to approach him for testing was requested and approved. Upon initial interview, Mr. Hamilton reported to be engaged and refused the offer to be tested with SCP-2203. He replied that he loves his fiancée and he would rather listen to his heart than any machine. Mr. Hamilton voluntarily took a Class B amnestic and was released without testing. Experiment 2203A, 45. Date: May 11, 1997. Subject: Dr. Misaki Ota. Notes: Subject is single and unattached. Subject reports being asexual and aromantic. Score: Harmless. The card read: Karen Schmidt.
Redacted.
Room 459, New York City. Relax. Her art will speak to you. Result: Subsequent contact with Miss Schmidt has been to date positive. Dr. Ota has provided considerable support for Miss Schmidt's artworks and counts her as her best friend. Sexual and romantic orientation of subjects has been preserved in all cases. All identification of partners have proven compatible for the subject. Experiment 2203A, 67. Date: April 18, 2003. Subject: D72234. Notes: Subject is single and unattached. Noted to have history of domestic violence. Requested testing on SCP-2203. Score: Uncontrollable. The card read: You should have waited.